was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God. The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the Chargers. All that and more coming up next.
It was once just an idea. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round one. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. This is swung out to Eckler. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They snap it to Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And they pitch it to Eckler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive. But they're looking at a 3rd and long. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think double hit has a good priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 4th down, Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation. Now it's Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, That's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get sixes instead of threes.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start the drive with Drake. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the option, here's Drake. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Now this goes out wide for Drake. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A timeout here for an injured player. And definitely not what this defense wants to see. It's Khalil Mack who's in some discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment. Throwing on 1st down. It's Jackson. Slings it to Anderson. It's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On 1st down, Drake. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. From the gun, it's Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Ravens will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Chargers ready to take over. And you know, Charles, it's been a terrific season for them. They couldn't quite get that #1 seed and the associated bye that goes with it, but nevertheless, they've got to be one of the favorites here to win it all.
They do because of the season that they've had, the position that they're in, and we know under the old playoff system, they would have this game off. This weekend would not be one that they would play, but nevertheless, maybe it's a good thing. Sometimes you carry that momentum from the season all the way through the playoffs. If you get that open week, sometimes you lose it a little bit. So I think that's what's going to be their mindset.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 40. John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so. So that a good call by John Harbaugh and tossing out that red flag. Play action. It's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Up the middle they go with Drake. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They go play action with Jackson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. After the sack on 1st down, Herbert. He's got this to Williams, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Going deep here for Allen. And this is caught. Touchdown. Keenan Allen, 51 yards. And the Chargers are back.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the play. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful for the yard out. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. Hopkins with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Jackson now. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From just shy of midfield, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 2nd and 9. Jackson. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll hand it to Drake here on the option. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. From just shy of midfield, Jackson being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Right back to Drake. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now a run up the middle with Drake. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman from 17 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Herbert off of play action. And this is caught by Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Williams brings it in. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chargers get a bit closer. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now Jackson on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
That open man that time, they ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Jackson running again. Good footwork at the 30. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down. On the option, here's Drake. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 44, Jackson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. This offense so far on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. They'll hand it to Drake here on the option. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. On the option, it's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. There's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you're going to be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. Rolling to his left. Powers through him. That is caught. It's Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On the move to his left. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Man open left side. It's Williams. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Steps away. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make some.
Touchdown! Keenan Allen, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He starts by handing this off to Drake. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and short, Drake able to avoid him at the 40. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Jackson to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is gonna move the ball well downfield.
Well, obviously they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it.